Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for popping in. So today, obviously, I have here, as you can see, the Bobbie Goods Ohuhu Collab marker set. So we're going to do a little swatch and chat situation here, and we're going to talk about what's coming up. I am in the States and we do have winter break coming up in about a week. Hopefully this video will go up probably over the weekend is my goal. Today is Friday, the 12th of December. So hopefully this weekend I will get this up, and then the following Friday at about noon we'll start vacation, and my child will be home for 2 weeks, and I will probably not be able to really do much, but we will talk about that. So I know this isn't like new. There've been some videos, but I haven't done one yet. And I haven't seen it in person. Now, I don't actually have any Bobbie Goods coloring books because they are a little more expensive. You do have to get them from the website itself, from what I've seen. And supposedly the paper is supposed to be fab. So there's that. And so it's taken me a little bit longer to get them, but I really love the cutesy details. I love the smaller carrying case also because if I ever, travel or anything, this set, the color choices looked really, really nice. And also if I just want to switch it out, I have the big 320 set, but now I kind of like that I have two small because I have another set with just the black case and it's 72 colors, I think. I'm not sure, but I like having the smaller cases, and now I have like the options. And then I do like to sometimes separate them. Like maybe one will have like more pastel colors and then one will have like the grays and the browns or the skin tones and whatnot. So organization, right? I do like that, having the option. So the case was definitely a selling point for me. And then I'm sold by cuteness also, and they're just so cute. So I do want to get another, well, I do want to get a book of theirs to color, but I'm also kind of waiting for the right one. I want like, maybe a newer one, but the newer one that came out more recently was like a work related one, and I just didn't kind of really vibe with that. So yeah, I'm waiting. Or I might get like the day to night one, but I don't know. I was kind of waiting to see, because if I'm going to spend $22 on a coloring book, and then I think it was like $6 or $7 for shipping or something like that, I really want to love it. I'm trying not to buy things that I don't love. I've had books that I've gotten when I, finally flip through them, I do end up returning them. So I'm being way more careful, and I'll actually wait for a flip through for someone else to do it so I can really look at the pictures, and because I don't want to constantly buy everything and then send it back. So I will wait for an actual, like, someone else to do a flip through, so I'm not buying and returning so much. And I'm trying to be more intentional. So there's that. So that's another reason. But the markers, I knew I would like the markers, so I went ahead and got them. Plus, I did have a couple that were kind of getting iffy. And I guess these have apparently my fans on, so you're gonna see things blowing around. I can't live without a fan. Anybody else feel like, oh my God, like if we were ever like in The Walking Dead in real life, like I would be dead the first day. So we have swatch cards. It looks like they do have the new codes and names, I suppose, here, it looks like, because I don't recognize any of them, but I do recognize these look like the old codes. These are the new codes, and I don't have the money for it, but I definitely want to buy the new set just because, but we're not doing that because we broke. That's crazy. I thought about getting like starting with a smaller set and building up, and then it just made no sense because I have markers, and then you end up spending more money. So for me, it just makes sense to just put like $10 to the side whenever I can and save up, and then eventually, because it's like they don't have refills, for all of the markers. So I feel like, do you just end up replacing them anyway as a set? I don't know what people do. So we got this cute little card here. We can color. I don't know if I'm going to color today, but I'll explain that why. I mean, for this. Also, this came. Now, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but in the past, I've tried to use these and they don't work for me. They smear and smudge and they still bleed through the paper. So I don't know. That might be a me thing though. Not sure. And then the big old booklet of life over here, which I suppose it's only just huge because it's in several languages, which is lovely. Oh, and it's got all the markers. Now, I tried the Oahu ones because my friend over here, RJ Hampson, he's not really my friend, but I love him. He loves those markers and he uses them so well and he makes it look so easy. So I wanted to try them. I did end up sending them back just because it was too much money to keep for something I didn't think I would actually hang on to. Plus, I had this coming too. So I was like, I might one day get a small set and just practice with them, but I just found it really hard to use the chisel tips. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take a little peek and see just how pretty. It's just something about it being new. And I'm gonna get closer with the camera to these and we're just gonna swatch and we're gonna chat. Okay, does anybody else have like a direction they face things? Do this one, it says 1. Not that it matters, but I feel like I have to write this way. Like a lot of times when I'm writing, it's like this. My paper is sideways. My favorite. I don't know why. Anyway, so let's go hunting for Y19 for canary. I'm not gonna, do the whole because I don't see why. But okay, so I'm gonna try to talk and do this at the same time. Not sure how this is gonna go. Oh wait, I'm gonna go up more. I don't know. I feel like the autofocus is going to be a pain in my hiney. But anyway, so let's talk about what's coming up for the next few weeks. So we are in the States here, as you may or may not know. And we have winter break coming up, which means 2 weeks of my daughter being home, which means 2 weeks that I'm probably not going to be able to make much content, which is a huge bummer, but it's just really, really hard whenever she's home. Like I can't get anything done because, she needs things and she's chatty and all the things. If you have kids or you're around kids, I'm sure you know what I mean. So this is so cute how they have the little animals here. So here's what's going on. Here's some things that have been different also, I'll say, is with experimenting with the channel, also just upkeep with my life and how things are going. May or may not know, I have some health issues. So some days I'm really having a lot of trouble concentrating on what I'm doing. Picking colors is typically always hard for me anyway. My ears, my hearing just like died of my ears. Wow. Okay. So it takes me a really long time really to get things finished, right? So what I'm finding is I really like playing around with the cozy coloring books. Where's the other one I just did? I don't know. I have somewhere. Oh, here. I did this one. I did a page in here in the Coco Wyo Cozy Corner book with my Prismacolors. However, it takes longer to do with the pages with the colored pencils just because, there's tiny little tips and it's a lot of area to cover. So what I'm going to do is I think at least for a little while, and y'all can let me know in the comments what you prefer. I really, really appreciate that everybody has been so nice and, I love that it's like, oh, I love this and what you're doing, but I do prefer this. And I just like that people are like able to be nice because I see so many times that people are like so rude and it's like the hard part about putting yourself out there. It's like, yeah, some people are just going to be mean, but it's like for what, and they're just like, oh, I hate this, it's terrible. And did you need to say that? My phone, turning my phone sound off. It's like, did you need to be mean like that though? Because I don't think you did. because not everything is for everybody. So I look at some things that I do and I'm like, why? Why did I do that? But yeah, so I'm just really grateful that a lot of people have been commenting, have been super, super nice, and looking for Y413. Here it is. Fawn. Reminds me of Fauna from Animal Crossing. So yeah, so thank you for that. And let's keep that going. And um I'm gonna be putting up videos that are gonna be sort of split. So it's gonna be, you know, part 1, part 2, maybe a part 3, depending on what we're doing. Y410. I don't see it. All right, let's just look for E69. Here it is, E69. Come to the front, please. So most of that is because I haven't had the time. I have, you're gonna see, like, the Coco Wyo one is like about 3 hours of work. I'll give you a little sneaky peeky. I'll show you. What did I just do? So this page rather, this is what I've done so far. And this took me about 4 hours, I'd say. I started it yesterday and I did this, the chair, the desk, and this light, like all of this I did today. And then the rest of it I did yesterday, except for the leaves. The leaves I did randomly on a separate day. And so that in itself, I'm probably posting in a video as part 1, and then I'm having the goal for the whole rest of the page to be part 2. And some of that is because otherwise I'm going to end up having to wait forever, I feel like, to get anything posted. But I do see that there's a lot of other channels that people do their, especially colored pencil stuff. Well, actually only colored pencil stuff. I haven't seen anybody yet, at least, post anything in multiple parts for the markers. The marker people don't seem to do that. But for the pencils, I definitely see people posting. I think there was one person that did like a Johanna Basford picture and it was like a 6-part thing. And each one was like 3 hours long. And I was just like, oh my God, that's insane. Worth it. It was beautiful. A lot of detail. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. But it was just like crazy in a good way. In a good way. In the best of ways. True artistry. So I don't think I would be doing that. But, you know, you never know. But this is where I'm at now. So I have that picture because I am having fun experimenting with these. This one's not here. Let's see. E47. I'm having fun experimenting with the cozy books with the pencils. It's a little iffy for some. The Coco Wyo one I thought was good because there are some smaller details, whereas some of the other ones just don't make any sense because they're so huge and it's like the area. Like the big, bold, and easy ones, I'm like, I don't think so. These with the Coco Wyo ones, I feel like, this one is like a hard maybe, but it does have enough smaller areas, that you could do the small details down here and stuff. Even like maybe up here, I could just do markers and then pencils down here, or this could be like a collab with both markers and pencils. But this one could also just, this book in itself, this one I would probably just do markers. This one, I don't know. This one's also in between, but there are some, like this one I did with pencils. If anybody hasn't seen it, came out decently. This one has a lot of smaller details that would be good for pencils, I think. So that book is really good for that. But also, again, my time, we're looking for what now? R48, we're going to more pinkishes. Somebody fell. Who fell? Wait, sit up, everybody. There we are. R48. Okay. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah. Time wise, so if I only have time to, for some of them, especially the pencils, do like half a page or so, I'm probably gonna just try to get the video out. I think it'd be kind of fun too to do that, but you guys will let me know when it rolls out if you like it in 2 parts or if you'd rather wait longer for the whole thing to come out, because it does take a long time to edit them. You probably be surprised maybe if you don't do it yourself. Like if you're not somebody who does editing and stuff, especially as a newbie, then you might be surprised at how long it actually takes. It probably takes me twice as long to do the editing as it does to actually do the picture. So if it takes me like 6 hours to do a picture, it probably takes me about 12 to 24 hours to actually do the editing. Because I have to go through the whole thing. I do cut a lot out of like dead space and stuff or thinking time and adding the text when I try to add, which sometimes it's just because the camera doesn't really pick up the marker or the pencil when I'm trying to show which one I'm using, or if I forget, I try to add it in. I don't know. I'm trying to be more thoughtful with it, but it is very time consuming. So, especially with the markers, I may not keep doing that if I'm able to get them all on screen. Like if I'm able to like show them like this way, which for some reason coming from the right works way better. If I'm able to do that, then I'll probably just stick to that from now on. I know the problem with that is going to be the codes being changed. Again, this is the only set I have now that has the new codes on them. So I do want to try to be aware of that and put up the new and the old codes. Personally, I actually find that kind of distracting, but that's why I don't leave it up the whole time. I just leave it up for like, I don't know what it is. I never counted, like 7 seconds, 8 seconds, and then it comes down. I think that's enough. Also, I personally, when I do want to mimic what somebody's doing and I'm like, oh, I really like that color combo, I want to do that one, I pause a video. I'm just like, I watch there's one channel I really love that she's just too fast with her markers. I can barely see them most of the time, so I'm always like playing the game. Pause, pause, trying to get it. There's sometimes that she's just so fast I can barely, I don't even know. Sometimes I can't even get it and I just take my best guess because it's just too fast. Most of the time it's not like that. Sometimes it is, and I'm just like, okay. But she has a lot of different sets, so sometimes I don't have them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just best guess. But yeah, so trying to make sure I have old and new codes now, matching them up to the Ohuhu site, so it's what they say. So if it's wrong, it's not my fault, it's them. Unless something goes wrong in editing, but I am trying to make sure I'm doing it right. Oh, my back hurts. Ow. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so let me think. What else is there to talk about? Oh, I stuttered there a little bit. My whole family's coming down with like a stuttering thing now. Like it started with my daughter, and now I'm doing it. My boyfriend's doing it, and I'm just like, what is happening? I'm like, okay, that's cool. Ta-da. Almost done with the first part. It's looking good. I got a whole pile of markers over here. All right, RV33 Thistle. I think that name seems the same. That sounds familiar. I don't know why this particular box wound up so messy. Like, I've been neat with all of them, and that one just went crazy. All right, where's V22? We got here Lavender Wisp. I like that name. It reminds me of Animal Crossing. Is anybody taken part with the Animal Crossing update that's coming up next year, I think it is. I think that's probably going to be the first time I hop on anything from my gaming channel is when we get into the update, but I don't know, because that also feels like a huge waste of time. So here we go. Here's the first card. I just am going to leave this, I guess, over here to the side. Ooh, pretty. And on to the next. Yeah, the gaming channel, I think I got 50 something subscribers there, but I very much tapped out because I feel like I can't like be myself or have fun and let loose because my mom hates gaming channels so much. And it's just like, okay, that's something I have to do if we ever get to move out. I don't know, the way the housing market is and the economy. I don't even know if it's ever going to happen, but like, if it ever does, that's when I might try to get back into it because it is just too hard to do it here. She hates it. And as much as I ask her like to try to not be distracting, she can't help herself. So this worked out way better doing this type of content. 4112. So anywho, let's see what else. Let's see if I covered all my bases. We got talked about winter break is coming up, so that's 2 weeks. My colored pencil video that's gonna go up. I'm hoping it's gonna be that Coco Wild thing. It is gonna be the part 1 of BB32. And I don't know. Okay, so here's the other thing. I don't think I mentioned this. It's in my brain a lot though. I want to talk about the channel just kind of in case anybody's new, doesn't really know exactly what my intentions are. I'm not even sure if I updated it in my bio or anything since I started the channel because things have changed. I'm going out of order. I hope that's okay. So my continuation is going to be, my goal is if I could do more, I will do more, but I'm trying to keep it as even as possible. But like, the goal is kind of 1 day a week, any given day that I can. I was trying to stick to like Monday for markers and Friday for pencils, but at this point, it's whenever it gets done. And that's still the goal is to split it because I enjoy the colored pencils and I enjoy the markers, so I'm still gonna do both. So I was considering possibly dropping the markers and doing more pencils because that's kind of where most of the views are sort of coming from, but I mean, it doesn't really make sense. So yeah, so 1 day a week at least for the markers, 1 day a week for the pencils. And if I feel like it, I'll combine the two because I like how it looks. Sometimes I don't think I do the best job at it, but I think I've only tried it once, BB58. But I do see other people doing it and I really like it. So I think I should try it more. I think it gives a good look to the pages and it does help. I mean, shading is, I'm not going to say it's not. It's way easier with pencils than it is with markers. Markers are not so forgiving. And that just is what it is. So hopefully, if I'm not doing anything else, though, I was thinking about doing other things. Like I've said, Breeze Creative Haven. I wanted to do other projects too, but I'm honestly just not vibing with that anymore. Grass Green hasn't changed. G410 used to be GY2, but the name is the same. Whee. So yeah, I'm not planning to really do any other crafty things. I'm just going to keep it to the markers and the pencils. So that part's going to be like that. Sour Apple G49. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. There are some breaks that those are definitely my slow times that I may or may not have content up. YG07, and I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do. I don't know, because I don't want to just repost like old content. Some people do that. They'll take like their old stuff and then make like compilation videos, and a lot of YouTubers suggest that, but I don't know. I'm not really, I'll rewatch a video like this, like a coloring video, if YG413, if I want to see how somebody does a technique, or the color combo they're using or something like that. But I'm not rewatching the same coloring video over and over again just because I like the video that much. It's because I need something from it or whatever, but not just because. I don't know about you all, but I'm kind of a one and done in that regard. YG414. YG414. But yeah, it can take me a long time to watch videos though. Like the videos for the coloring videos, they tend to be really long. And so it might take me a few days to actually get through it. I tend to fall asleep to a lot of them too. All right, we're almost done, and then we're gonna kind of recap, and then we'll wrap it up. GG15. Where is it? I missed it totally. There it is. Ooh. Do you ever see somebody in a video like I was just doing, like searching for something, and you probably see it and you're like, it's right there. How do you not see it? It's right there. That's what I picture when I'm looking for something on a card like this. I just picture like the viewers being like, girl, it's right there. How do you not see that? There's like 4 blank spots on the card. Come on. All right. BV08. BV08. Havelock Blue. Kind of reminds me of a hockey player's name. Hellebuck. Forget his first name. It's Connor? I don't remember. Good goalie. YG012. Go. So supposedly these go very, very well with the Bobbie Goods. You guys, if anybody has the set and has the Bobbie Goods coloring books, y'all should let me know if that's true. Do you find, this is what's left, do you find that they are a good selection? YGY11. Why do you find that these, oops, I went outside the line, oh no. Do you find that these markers are really actually a good choice? These colors? Is this a great curated color selection for the Bobbie Goods coloring books? Y410. I'm assuming that these colors for the faces were very specifically chosen. As well. Does anybody hate swatching? Raise your hand. Wait, what am I doing? YG113. I actually don't like swatching that much. I kind of like it at first, but especially the big sets. Like this one's not bad, but especially the big sets. Oh my god. I thought I was gonna die when I was working on my 310 set, and I did mess it up. Of course. Oops. Well, now we got the big paint side marker. Okay. A914. Wow. Buddy, where'd your face go? YGY17. Okay. Final marker. And by the way, they have the little characters on the marker. Is that not so adorable? So cute. G310 Shamrock Green. I actually really like that one. Okay. Final one. And of course, it's going to be messy and sloppy, right? Because that's just how it works. Let's just do it. No, that was not on purpose. Okay. They're done. It's over. Here we go. There they both are. I'm going to, whoop, it's running away. I'm going to put the markers back. Yes, it did. I didn't show it, but it did come with a colorless blender. It's right here. As all sets do, or at least they supposed to. So if yours didn't, probably contact them. Okay, so these are little swatch cards. I'm going to put them inside the thing, in the case. The zipper is so smooth. It's so nice. I'm going to raise this up again now. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to recap because I talk in circles sometimes. So here's our kind of quick recap. I've been doing these books, these cozy books, and I'm finding all the small details. This one, I don't know how to fix this. Don't mind my little thing. I messed up, you see? I suck so bad with this stuff. But I don't know how to fix this. And I've been holding off on this page because I don't know. Even if I should, maybe I shouldn't even bother fixing it. I should just leave it as it is and just finish the rest of it. But I just don't know what to do with that picture. It's embarrassing. But anyway, so I really think that the pencils lend themselves really well to this particular book. So I am going to do more, especially the ones with like a lot of little details. This is the one I'm working on now. And I think I'm going to post the video. This is going to be like part 1 is going to be all of this. This is 6 hours of work, you guys. 6 hours. 2.25 days, but 6 hours. And I think it's going to be a part 1, and then part 2 is going to be like all the rest of this. And I'll tell you why. Because again, I know I mentioned it, but this is just in case, or if anybody skipped it or whatever, if you didn't hear it before, it just takes so long with the pencils, with the layering and everything like that. But it takes me a long time too because I'm choosing colors and I don't really know what to do. And yes, I have the Sarah Renee Clark color cubes. It doesn't help because choosing a palette, I'm like, I somehow don't know how to function with just those 4 to 6 colors that are on that palette, you know? I'm going to try though pretty soon. I'm going to be trying to stick to that and see how it goes. But, you know, again, because I did one picture, I think, where I just stuck to the palette and it was really cute. But yeah, so right now, here's what's coming up. Let's just talk immediate. In about a week, it's going to be winter break. Kids are home for 2 weeks. That is 2 weeks that I do not think I'll be able to record anything new. I'm gonna try to put this table that I use somewhere else in my room and see if I can try to record something at night when my daughter is sleeping, but it's really hard for me to work at night. I don't know if anybody else has like times of the day that they are able to focus and others that they're not. My brain basically like completely shuts down at night where it's like I can't really do anything. The most I can try to do is maybe try to like flip through my books and pick what do I want to work on, colors that I want to use maybe or something like that. But doing the actual work, I don't know if I can do it. Also, it's a different area of my room because my boyfriend, he'll be on like the computer playing his games, which he won't. If I want to record, he'll do something else. But I just don't want to take that away from him because he works so much and I want him to be able to come home and relax and enjoy himself. And, you know, I'm not making money at this, so, and I don't have a regular job right now because I can't go out and work. So, so I want to let him do what he wants to do when he gets home. So I'm thinking I'm gonna maybe put the table in like a different area of my room, which is sadly only the foot of my bed. The problem over there is gonna be the lighting, probably, because it's gonna be nighttime. I'm not gonna have the sun coming through my window, which doesn't do much anyway, but it does enough. Um, so you might see me attempt that, and it might be a little bit darker, but not much than the RJ Hampson fairy picture that I did in the Book of Sleep. I had my bedroom light off when I did that picture. So essentially you might see a pause. You're gonna see some more of this book, specifically like, you know, a part 1 and a part 2, because it does take a long time. And I think I need to simplify. While I like how this looks and I think it's cute, I really love this peacock green color. I do think I need to like sometimes simplify my palette so that I can get more done. Um, but I don't know, essentially that's what I have to do there. And then I like how this one came out too. I don't know, you guys. This one came out good. This was the more simplified one too, and this still took me like I think 3 days to do. You know, this one's interesting. This one started yellowing here from this, and there's not even any yellow, so that's like so funny to me. So this one's definitely going to be markers, I think, because I have to try to cover that up, but that'll be a fun experiment to see how that goes. I don't even care. I'm just like whatever happens. But so I have other books here. I started a page in here, but it didn't go well. I have to show you. I started this, but like I'm not happy with how the chair turned out. I kind of blended it, and then when I went over it to kind of bring it all together with the white, it took away all the blending that I did, and now it's just too many layers and I can't add more shading, and so that's how the chair is stuck right now. But this is a page exactly what I'm talking about. Like I see people doing Johanna Basford. This is what I usually see people doing in like 2 or 3 parts. So my thought was I would do like maybe the table, the chair, the rug, the ottoman, the dog, and the tree, and the fireplace in like one video. Then maybe like the rest of this in another video. I don't know. This actually looks like it should be a 3-parter for me. But I really love this book, and we're going to see this beyond December. I probably won't actually get back to this one until January, unfortunately. And I also have this Mr. R.J. Hampson. You guys, I love him. His work. He's so good. I love his color alongs. And then I got his Dragons book. Can I just say, one of the ones that I did not return, even though it kind of came a little bit damaged. Oops. But I just love dragons, and this one was just so cute. He did a video with this one, Fire and Ice, I think he called it. Amazing. Just so cool. So yeah, those are the ones that are more high detailed. But yeah, this one came and it had like, I don't know, it was like a little damaged here. But like, and I'm just like, I paid the money, and I don't blame the creator. Obviously, it's Amazon, but I was just like, it's not worth sending back because they didn't have it anymore. They were out of stock of the print. And yeah, so I was like, I'll just keep it, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So what else? So yeah, winter break coming up. So there may be a little slowdown in content. Hopefully you'll stick around because it's just the time, Christmas is coming, Hanukkah, we do both. I'm really hungry right now, so you might hear my stomach growl, sorry. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think what else. You guys gotta let me know how you feel about the two-parters. It's not gonna always be like that, but sometimes I feel like I really want to get out at least once a week. Let me bring this back. The light doesn't bother this as much. I really want to make sure I get at least 2 videos out a week, one for markers and one for pencils. But the pencils one's taking longer. That's why I thought maybe doing 2 parts would be good because at least then there's a video. So if I can get it done, I'm trying to figure out a schedule to do it um, that allows me to record and edit properly. But this particular week has been really bad because I've been feeling really sick and not well, and it's been really, really hard to do it. So that's kind of the hiccup I had this week, or I probably would have actually had that picture done, but I haven't been able to really work on it as much. And then next week we have Monday, I have a doctor's appointment that I don't know how long it's going to take. So who knows if I'll even get anything done. That's probably just going to be a day I edit videos. I have something scheduled for Monday that I did previously. That's a marker video. And I don't think I'm gonna have the pencil one will be up next week sometime. I have a doctor's appointment Monday. Tuesday I have something, and let me think. I think I only have like 2 days next week that I'm actually going to be able to sit down and do anything. Now I will edit while my daughter's here. I'll just have her watch TV, play on the iPad or whatever, and I'll put in like an hour or something to edit. But I do have something with markers going up on Monday. So the goal is to get the colored pencils video worked on. And then obviously this video. So yeah. After that though, I don't know if I'm gonna have anything going up over the break. There might not be anything until the end of the first week of, oh wait, no, I don't even know when it is. Let me think. Let me see. Let me check my calendar. So break starts on the 22nd and they go back on January 6th. So that first week, I might not have anything up until the week after that. I don't know, you guys. I'm trying to see what I can do. I'm going to experiment, try to do something at night. I'm just not sure how it's going to go. So that's the update. And I don't know, let me know in the comments, what do you think about the 2-part episodes that we're going to try? Are you okay with it? Does it make sense? I mean, I think it makes sense. I mean, other people do it. So I think it's just a little bit weird because it's these kinds of books. But I mean, it's way easier and faster to do them with the markers, I think, because you know, it just happens faster. But some of the marker videos are extremely long too. So you just never know. It just depends how much detail you want to put into it, I guess. But yeah, so that's it for this video. And yeah, I hope everybody, if you celebrate anything that's coming up, I hope y'all have a great holiday and a happy new year. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.